Hello and welcome to Christian's Tea Time Classicals, short videos about individual aspects of classical music that last about as long as it takes to brew a nice cup of tea. In this episode, we explore the distinctive features of the string section in Richard Strauss's opera Elektra. Elektra is known for its very large orchestral ensemble. However, as we can see in this first table, the total number of strings is comparable to that of Strauss's other large-scale operas. In Guntram, Salome and Der Rosenkavalier, he calls for a string section of 62 players in each case. For Die Frau ohne Schatten, he even requires 64. As we can see in the second table, what makes Elektra distinctive is the composition of the upper strings. Strauss reduces the number of violins to 24 and increases the number of violas to 18. This results in a darker timbre and a stronger emphasis on the middle register. Furthermore, he divides both the violins and the violas into three groups of 8 and 6 players respectively. The sound is therefore widely dispersed, and the highest string part is often played by just 8 first violins. The darkness of the inner courtyard of the royal palace of Mycenae is reflected in this orchestration. When evoking Agamemnon's shadow, Strauss darkens the sound even further. All 24 violins are required to retune the lowest string in order to produce a low F, which they play 3 times. The musical example also highlights a passage in which the violins play a low F sharp, another note outside the usual range. And as if all of that were not unusual enough, Strauss also has the first 6 violas switch instruments, as we can see in the next example. At 2 points in the opera, they take up the violin, increasing the number of violinists to 30. He first employs this change in timbre after Elektra recognizes her brother. It underscores the fragile nature of her happiness in a scene that to some extent compensates for the absence of a traditional love scene in this opera. With the entrance of Orestes' companion, the musicians switch back to their original instruments. But for Elektra's final dance into death, Strauss once again has the violists play the brighter sounding violins. To fully understand how the rest of the orchestra supports these sonic effects, we would need to take a closer look. But your tea should be ready by now. Enjoy it and feel free to leave your comments while you sip. See you next time.